Nitrogen OS ROM for the Poco X3 Pro. This does not come with inbuilt Google Apps and you will have to separately flash them. I'll be leaving the links to that in the description below. And here is the launcher that this comes with. First of all, here is the wallpaper section. So like usual ROMs, there is no wallpaper and style option here. And you have home screen options and they are very limited, as you can see. Let's quickly have a look at the benchmarks. This is the wildlife score that I got. This is 3463 and it has beaten 66% of the scores for Poco X3 Pro. And here is the Geekbench score. I got 710 in the single core score and multi-core score is 2342. And here's the CPU throttle test, as you can see here. So there was a slight dip around the middle here, but nothing unusual. It throttled only to 88% after 5 minutes of CPU usage. So in my score, that is actually pretty good. And let's go in and have a look at the settings here. And here under system settings, you will find certain options like gestures, system navigation. You have 2-button navigation option, 3-button navigation option, and the option to invert this is elsewhere. I'll show you that as well. And here is the gesture navigation option, as you can see here, but you cannot really change the height of this, and you cannot change this gesture indicator at the bottom unlike other ROMs. So in that way, it isn't really that big on features. You have one-handed mode, as you can see here. You can enable that and pull down like this and use it, or you can enable this button as well if you use this feature a lot to trigger it. And you have certain options for pressing and holding the power button for the Google Assistant, and you have user prevent ringing option. Self-explanatory it is. And now let us go back and let's quickly go to the display section. And here is the stuff. You can change certain stuff here like screen timeout, and you have privacy options. You also have face unlock in this ROM and it works really well, and I really like this feature, so I'm using it. And let's go down. Here are the ambient display options, as you can see here. You can pick up to pulse the notification or raise to wake. For the ambient display, you have gyroscope for pickup mode, hand wave and pocket as well. So I enable those because they come in pretty handy. You have the night light mode and you can also schedule it. And you have 3 options for colors: natural, boosted and saturated. And other than that, you have double tap to wake, can be disabled or enabled, and you have certain options like high brightness mode, but I have disabled that. It is useful when you are out in the sunlight. And let's go in. Here are the personalization options. So first of all, if you click on this device features option, it does nothing, so there's that. But let's go in and you have status bar options. You can show the battery percentage. You have portrait circle and dotted circle option here. You can hide or show the voltage icon, and you can also have certain other options like these, as you can see. So there are a lot of them. You have status bar customizations, like you can enable or disable certain icons. You can give preference to VO Wi-Fi over VoLTE icon. You have network traffic monitor, and you can change the network activity threshold from the bottom down here. And here you have certain button options, as you can see. You have volume rocker options, playback control, volume rocker wake, as you can see here. And let's go back. You have navigation options. You can invert the layout, as I mentioned earlier. And you have certain gestures, like you can long press the power button, swipe to screenshot. You can double tap to sleep on status bar and the lock screen as well. And you can show the lock screen charging info. Fingerprint authentication vibration can also be enabled or disabled from here. You have ripple effect on unlocking with the fingerprint as well. You have certain notification options like this, as you can see here. And you have heads up options as well, and you have stop list or blacklist as well. So they are pretty self-explanatory. And you can vibrate on connecting of the call waiting or disconnect as well. And other than that, you have certain miscellaneous settings like this, like wake up on charge, and you can also get the radio info if you want. So overall, this ROM has been pretty smooth for me. The battery life is quite excellent, as you can see here. The idle drain is pretty good. It is around 1%, so in my book that is good. And screen on time, battery percentage drain is only around 11%, so I get solid around 7 hours of screen on time, which is pretty awesome for me. And this ROM is very smooth, no issues, and I would definitely recommend this ROM to anyone who is looking for a lean ROM, which does not come with Google Apps installed, and it also has a few features but not too much, but it is stable. That is what matters. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, click on the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos.